I am so tired of you acting like you speak for the people of the state of Indiana or the city of Indianapolis. You do not speak for me or anyone I know. Now listen, you two jerks. Jerks on the right.
We lost track of time. We
lost track of time.
We started talking about food, you guys. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Okay, coming up on today's show. Are we going to have a freaking debate or what? Are we doing that? That's a question we're going to be trying to answer today. RFK's appearance on Tucker was completely awesome, you guys. And Trump visits Arlington Cemetery to honor the 13 fallen service members while Biden hangs out on the beach. And I don't even know where Kamala was. Nobody cares. Plus, are you a Venmo mom? Are you?
We'll discuss.
We're going to discuss all that and so much more on today's show. Follow us on all the things. chicksontheright.com/ links. I'm sorry. Did I say chicks? chicksontheright.com/links. Sorry.
Everybody is happy birthdaying you.
Thank you.
So many happy birthdays.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we will get to all the super stickers in the middle of the show. We've got some to recognize from yesterday and early this morning, but we will get to all of those later on in the show. For real, for sure, for promise. I swear.
You guys,
Did I interrupt
appreciate
you?
the birthday. No, I was just going to say, I really, really appreciate the birthday wishes. Thank you guys. So sweet. Thank you.
I know. It's so nice. Everybody's so nice on birthdays.
I know, right?
I just love that. I love birthdays. I love them even when they're not mine.
I know you do. I know.
So we are going to keep the show to a reasonable length, I think, today, so that she can go out and have breakfast with her husband.
With my honey.
You guys can all appreciate the fact that she would like to do that. Right?
Have bacon. Yes. Lots of bacon.
Are you there? Why are you frozen?
Wait, I'm frozen?
You've totally frozen.
What?
Is she frozen for anybody but me?
No.
She's completely frozen.
I'm not frozen. Am I frozen?
What in the world? There she is. Okay. There you are.
I didn't freeze. Really? Everybody said no. I wasn't frozen.
Okay. Maybe. Oh my gosh. You were completely. You said bacon.
That's weird. Like everybody said no, and then I wasn't frozen on YouTube. So that was you. I feel like that was you. That's weird. What's going on?
Happened. I don't know. I mean, it's fine now.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
Okay. All right. So let's get to some of the super stickers and Venmos and Rumble rants and all the things that people sent yesterday morning really quickly. Starting out with Wanda, who said, couldn't listen live today, but wanted to wish Daisy a very happy birthday. Love my chicks.
Thank you, Wanda.
Let's see. We have one from Avania Castle. This came yesterday. Happy birthday, Daisy. Also, happy 11th birthday to my special girl, Sky, trying to raise a conservative child here in California. Love you, ladies.
Thank you. So sweet.
And a Rumble rant from Amam to two. She said, what more do RFKJ supporters need to hear after a rep from the Democrats essentially says we don't need your votes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. It's a great question.
It is a great question. Mm-hmm. And also we have Ellie, the Glens, said, happy birthday to the badassiest rancher chick ever, the honorable Daisy, the most darling Amy Jo, wishing you a spectacular day and a fabulous new year filled with love, joy, laughter, and blessings too numerous to count. Love and blessings to you both, John and Ellie.
The sweetest. Thank you so much, guys.
And then yesterday we mentioned early on in the show that Virginia, Glenn Youngkin, had managed to clear out like a whole bunch, I think it was 80,000 something dead names or illegal names from the voter rolls.
Yep.
And now in your own state of Texas as well, they have managed to remove 1 million.
1 million, you guys.
1 million ineligible voters.
And I looked at my husband yesterday because he showed that to me and I was like, Yeah. And then I look back at 2020 and I think, why couldn't they have done it then? And he goes, we can't look back.
Blue states doing it, right?
I know. He goes, we can't look back. We can only look forward. And I'm like, okay, Mr. Positive Pants. But still, doesn't it? I mean, it makes you guys just scratch your head and go, 2020. You know, I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're doing all this. And you're right. What about the blue states? Imagine.
Oh my gosh. We could actually have free and fair elections.
Yeah.
That would be something.
What a thought. Yeah.
Also, if you guys are into the Trump books, then I have good news for you. He has a new book coming out next week called Save America. He says he's hand selected every photo from his time in the White House to our current third campaign for president, a must have on U.S. history, especially for America First Patriots. Get your copy now at 45books.com.
There you go.
So that comes out next week. And his first picture book is amazing. We got those from our insider folks in Phoenix. And it was like, what a great gift.
I have it on my coffee table.
I know. It's awesome. Also, big admission came yesterday from Mark Zuckerberg over there at Meta from Gleeborg 9. He wrote a letter to Jim Jordan, the House Judiciary Committee, and expressed his deep regret over how much Facebook complied with the pressure from Biden's administration to censor all the COVID-19 content. And he says, in hindsight, they should have been more outspoken and pushed back. He said that the White House told them to remove COVID stuff, including humorous and satire stuff like from Babylon Bee.
Unreal.
Yeah, he says he now believes that pressure was wrong and he vows to push back against similar future attempts. He also mentioned the Hunter Biden laptop story that they were forced to suppress. And he announced that he will not be contributing any money to Democratic candidates this entire election cycle.
Look at the red pilling that's happening across the country.
I mean, I don't know if it's a red pill
well,
as it is. I'm spitting out the blue pill.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. But he's spitting out the blue pill. Maybe part of it is because he is one of those dirty billionaires and he's like, they're going to like totally, bend me over when it comes, it's different when you start. And it's also different as you get older. Cause what was he like in his 20s in the last election? And now he's getting older. He's getting wiser. He's starting to actually look at things from a different perspective. I've seen this with kids, our kids. We have our daughter-in-law. She was a little bit leaning liberal. And as she's gotten older, she is like very conservative now. When we first met her, she was pretty liberal. And maybe part of it is just being in this family. But
I mean, but I don't know though, because like Facebook is still so
it is
joink.
Well, I mean, because a lot of people there, he probably has a lot. Look at all of his staff and everything. They're probably, but he as a person, look at him. Look at his transformation over the past several years. He is still Gleeborg 9, but he doesn't look like as much of an alien anymore. He's starting to look a little more human. It's very interesting.
The problem is the thing that frustrates me though about that whole letter, because I was like, good for you when I first read it. But then I was like, wait a minute. So that's it? Like you just get to say, sorry, I did all this. I feel really bad about it. And then the government also gets to be like, oh, what, did we go against the Constitution? Our bad. And nothing happens. Like no one gets in trouble.
Yeah. I basically helped to rig the, I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but you know what I mean? I basically helped to rig 2020 and I did something that was completely unconstitutional. And I did that. I helped in that, but sorry. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I just feel like that. I don't
when are they ever held accountable? When are any of these people ever held accountable? And there's still going to be Democrats that are like, oh, that didn't happen. And listen, you and I starting in 2017, 2018, and so many others. We saw so many others get destroyed on Facebook that do what we do, or that were conservative leaning pundits that did just writing stuff. Perhaps they didn't have a radio show, but you and I were squelched from just a reach standpoint. We still are.
Oh my God. Like we reached way more people when we had 50,000 followers than we do now with 1.5 million. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
But this is the way that Meta works now.
Yeah.
So, also, you guys, if you have not yet tried HealthyCell and you are a person that needs like a jolt in the morning, maybe you need it in the morning, or you're like me and you have that afternoon slump where you're just like, you feel the energy draining out of you and you don't want to just get like another cup of coffee or like a Coke or something like that. This is what you need. This is Focus and Recall from HealthyCell. It's a gel pack that is chock full of 11 pills worth of brain supporting nootropics in this easy to use gel pack. And it has this amazing, delicious peach flavor. So if you're taking, if you're like shooting caffeine, why not do something that's healthy for you and get yourself some actual good stuff from HealthyCell? This is the stuff that, absorbs into your system 165% better than any pill, capsule, tablet. And it's definitely better than like hitting a Red Bull or something like that. You don't want to do that to your body.
Don't do that.
You do not want to do that. And when you're not taking Focus and Recall, maybe you should think about taking another supplement from healthycell.com/chicks, because they have everything that you need to support your prime health, whether it's a multivitamin like Bioactive Multi or their Vegan Essentials, which has extra B12, or whether it's something to help you sleep, or whether it's something for your joint health and mobility, your vascular health and heart health. They have it all. And you can get a 20% discount off your first order at healthycell.com/chicks. We love it. They should be your go-to vitamin, really, because it takes care of so much. And you don't want to take a bazillion pills. Who wants to do that?
And they work. They absorb and they work.
They work and it tastes delicious and it's like a treat. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. I think you're crazy for not wanting to do that. No offense. Also, just the most delicious thing has happened in the world of DEI, and specifically that of Robin DiAngelo, who is now being accused of ripping off the work of 2 Asian American scholars in her PhD thesis.
What? Her? No.
And I just can't love this any harder,
So she's a cheater.
And there's a whole chapter in her ridiculous book, which I read. I will remind you that I read it because I had to. I had to know how dumb it was. And it was so beyond dumb. But there's like a whole section in her book that talks about like, here are the steps that you can take to get rid of your white supremacy or to be anti-racist. And one of the things that she says is make sure to credit the people that are of color whenever you talk about anything of their work that may have inspired you. And here she is getting accused of plagiarizing.
She's probably going to be like, I was just identifying as Asian American.
Right.
That's it. That's all I was doing. God, this woman is insufferable.
Just go
away already. Go away.
And then also, here's interesting juice from Ben Affleck, who of course is in the midst of a divorce, or maybe it's already final at this point. From J-Lo, he is rumored to be canoodling with Kik Kennedy.
Her name is Kik.
It's after her
real name.
great aunt, I think, who was also called Kik, real name Kathleen. And this is RFK Jr.'s daughter.
Yeah.
And so they've been seen a lot recently together, and people are saying things about
apparently that. Kik likes to party.
She likes to kick it up.
She likes to kick it. Yeah. Apparently she likes to really throw down. And so, those Kennedys like to party.
Yeah.
They've been known to tip it back.
Right.
And as I recall, Ben is an alcoholic.
True.
He hits the
juice.
It is true. So he may want to be careful with that. That's all I'm just going to say about that. Jennifer Garner's going to have to like swoop in and
God bless her.
Again.
She takes care of him when she doesn't need to. You know what I mean? And shouldn't have to.
And you know what? Maybe Ben and J-Lo just need to stop getting married to people.
And especially each other. Just stay away from each other.
Anybody. They just need to.
For sure she does.
She just needs
He's only got like the 2, right? Like that's it. Right?
I think. Yeah, I think it's just maybe the 2. But even he probably needs to not do that anymore. They just need to stop.
I mean, Anyway, that was your celebrity gossip of
There
the
you
day.
go.
Yesterday, of course, was the 3rd anniversary of the horrible day in Afghanistan due to Biden's disastrous withdrawal. We lost 13 service members, and Biden spent the day chilling on the beaches of his beach house. And Trump, meanwhile, decided to go and honor the families and lay wreaths at Arlington Cemetery. And here's a little summary of what he did that he put on his TikTok.
It was 13 great people. What a horrible day it was. We didn't lose one person in 18 months. And then they took over that disaster, the leaving of Afghanistan.
I mean, you remember Biden actually said we didn't lose one service member while I was in office. He said that. How can he say that?
He's never said the names of those service members out loud, as far as I know.
What a piece of crap. I mean, how can he say that out loud? I mean, I know he has dementia, full-blown dementia, but still. Wow.
And apparently he released, or his team released a statement, and Kamala's team released a statement actually naming those that we lost, which was something, but it certainly wasn't that. It certainly wasn't what you just saw from Trump. Yeah. And then Amy Siskind, who's like the complete psycho liberal on Twitter, she was mad about it. She was like, what a despicable stunt by Trump at the Arlington Cemetery after repeatedly mocking members of our military who were injured, captured, or killed. Now he uses them in a pathetic attempt for personal gain. There is no bottom. To which Zach replied, this is a really strange way of acknowledging that neither Joe nor Kamala cared enough to show up.
Exactly. They don't give a crap. They don't acknowledge them. They don't care. These people are just gross.
Yep.
So gross.
John Kirby was asked about it. Like, hey, don't you think that just
where are they?
Like, this is maybe a big compare and contrast moment. And here is him giving some excuses.
I want to start with, I know you're not going to get into campaign trail stuff, and I'm not asking you about the politics of this, but the idea of the visual this morning of the former president being at Arlington National Cemetery for the wreath laying, the current president, current vice president both put out paper statements. I'm just wondering, is that enough given what happened 3 years ago?
Neither going to Arlington nor any individual paper statement is ever going to be enough to repay these families and to try to make sure that they know they're supported and that they're loved and they're respected and admired for what they're going through. And nothing's going to assuage their grief. Nothing we can say, nothing we can do, no flowers you can lay is going to take that pain away.
I mean,
I swear this guy. I imagine, though, that the families are like, we don't want either Biden or Kamala here. I wouldn't. Yeah. If I were
furious.
Oh my God. I would just, if they showed up, there would be so many words. Can you imagine being a parent of one of these fallen soldiers? Trump would be welcome. These other two jackholes would not be. So it's probably good that they didn't show up to anything, you know?
Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. But I mean, gosh, just to release a paper statement when it was completely their fault. You know what I mean? It just spoke volumes, I think, that Trump took the time to go and show respect. Yeah. That's what was so missing from Biden's administration, is just the tiniest speck of respect.
And they'll still try to paint him as being disrespectful and somehow, nonchalant. Yeah, about the military. And whatever. Again, it's the media. It's all the media trying to do this.
So we've been waiting for a debate between Kamala and Trump. Of course, he wants 3. I mean, he's offered up 3 different ones. She had only agreed to one. And now even that one seems to be up in the air. This all started to kind of bubble up to the surface yesterday, early afternoon. I saw this tweet from Zach Stanton saying that the Harris and Trump camps are at an impasse over rules ahead of the September 10th ABC debate. The holdup, whether the candidates' microphones will be muted when it isn't their turn to speak. Team Trump wants them muted like they were with Biden, and Team Harris wants hot mics. So that was the first little drab of information about that. Yeah, that we saw.
And why is that? Why is that? Why does she want them hot?
Well, we'll get to that. So Trump was at he stopped at a diner with Hung Kao. Remember the guy that we interviewed?
I love him.
I know, right? And
Oh
he
my
was
God.
asked about what's going on. Now, everybody was trying to mischaracterize what he said or cut out the entire context. But Trump is not afraid of Kamala. And here's what he said that he had heard about the rules change offering at this point. And you can judge for yourself. He's not afraid.
President Trump, would you want the microphones muted in the debate whenever you're not speaking?
We agreed to the same rules. I don't know. It doesn't
Right.
matter to me. I'd rather have it probably on, but the agreement was that it would be the same as it was last time. In that case, it was muted. I didn't like it the last time, but it worked out fine. I mean, ask Biden how it worked out. It was fine. And I think it should be the same. We agreed to the same rules. Same rules and same specifications. And I think that's probably what it should be. But they're trying to change it. The truth is they're trying to get out of it because she doesn't want to debate.
Exactly.
She's not a good debater. She's not a smart person. She doesn't want to debate.
And moreover, if they can both talk at the same time and he ends up talking over her, she can play victim.
Right. That's exactly
She
what
loves
she wants to do.
Yeah. She's like, ooh, I can be a victim, because that's what Democrats do. They're constantly victimized and they victimize themselves.
And so then he was asked this. And so I love that clip, right, that we just saw.
Mhm.
Not a fan of this next part where they ask him if he is preparing, because I like him to be prepared. But he is not.
How are you specifically preparing for the debate versus Harrison?
I'm not, really. I'm not spending a lot of time on it. I think my whole life I've been preparing for a debate. You can go in and you can have all sorts of sessions. I watched Mitt Romney go in and he worked so hard. 4 weeks he locked himself into a log cabin, and then he developed lockjaw. He couldn't speak. I watched.
I agree with him though. I mean, listen, if you know the policies, if you understand what you're talking about, why do you have to practice for a debate? This is the thing.
Because then you're more prepared. Anybody doing any speech or any debate ever is always going to be better when they're more prepared. Always.
Okay. I don't know. I think some people were built for this and some people were not.
Because remember, he didn't do great with Biden. He did great by comparison. But if you just looked at the stuff he said, it wasn't great. He could have done better. And I want him to be perfect with her. You know what I mean? I want him to absolutely be ready to go after her and Walls and everything, on all of the lies, on her copying him, on everything. I want him to be so ready for all that. And you need to be prepped. You need to be, or do prep.
Well, he has prepped with Tulsi. We know that.
Well, that's why I was like, why did he say he's not prepping at all when we had heard that he was prepping with Tulsi?
Well, maybe he didn't want to lead on and say, this is exactly what I'm doing. Maybe he just didn't want to tell the press exactly what he's doing, which that's probably what I would have done, is I would have been like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. I'll just say, no, I'm not prepping, because I know my shit. And she doesn't, because she doesn't. She's asking for notes.
Well, and that's exactly right. So then the details came out about what the rules change that she wanted were. She wanted them to be seated, which that's not okay. She wanted them to not be speaking contemporaneously. She wanted to be able to have notes because she cannot function without them.
Right.
And that's nonsense. And so I think it's right for Trump to push back on that. However, the second he does, then he looks like the problem, right? They're so good at the spin and making it look like, oh, well, he's backing off because he's afraid to debate us on with these rules. It's such nonsense.
The fact that she needs notes should disqualify her from being president.
Totally.
You have been in this office for 4 years. You've been in government for the better part of a decade. And then before then she was like his AG. I guess that's government too. So more than a decade. You should know your shit. You've been basically running the country for the past 4 years. Do you not know the policies that are involved here? Seriously, you're not fit for this job if you need notes.
And I can't decide. I keep wavering. Do I want him to just say, this is bullshit and I'm
It
out
is.
because you're ridiculous? Or do I want him to be like, you can throw any rule at me and I don't care. I'm going to beat you. I can't decide what's better. You know what I mean?
I think his comms team needs to do a better job in communicating why it is that this is completely absurd.
Yeah.
It's because, when she says, I need notes and I need to sit down, Hello. You should not be president because of those two things.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you're asking for that, you are weak and pathetic and you're scared. She is panicking, you guys. She is totally panicking. She cannot do this. She can't do a debate. If you can't do a debate, how are you going to deal with Putin?
Well, yeah, you can't do a press conference. You can't do a sit-down interview. You can't do anything.
And
it's so pathetic.
She's pathetic, and she's weak, and she's an embarrassment to women.
But they're using this, and they're using it well because she's got a very good meme team, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, we have to tell you about a new sponsor, you guys. So excited about this. We've been waiting for a food delivery kind of sponsor, and now we have one for you, and they have the best offer for you ever. This is HomeChef. So if you've never had a food delivery service, like a meal delivery service, this is the most glorious thing ever. So homechef.com/chicks18. Chicks18. That's the website. When you go to that and you order, you're going to get 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and free shipping on your first box. Okay, so let me just talk about what I've tried so far, because first of all, you get this amazing notebook that they send you what you've ordered. And we had these sirloin steaks with the hot honey whipped feta topping and smashed potatoes last night. Oh, so good. And then this is the thing that we had first, the mahi sandwiches, also with smashed potatoes.
You make it.
Cooking.
You can make it. You can either choose to make it like Mock does, or you can get microwavable stuff, which I get a lot of the microwavable stuff because I'm not a very good cook. But it's not that hard to make if you're not a very good cook.
And they have different tiers of how much effort you want to put into it, right? Because I want to make sure I get this right. They've got classic meal kits with pre-portioned ingredients that you then put together according to their instructions.
It's pretty easy.
Or they have speedy recipes that are ready in less than 30 minutes. They have oven ready kits that have all the pre-chopped ingredients, or what you were talking about, the quick microwave meals. Mm-hmm. So they have all the options depending on how much time you actually want to spend doing this. For me, I don't mind cooking when it's something new and I'm excited to try it, and everything is ready for me. All the ingredients are there, and I don't have to go to the grocery store and then buy a huge quantity of something I'm going to use for one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is so freaking convenient. And this notebook, I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with this entire service. It is so great and delicious. And the portions are amazing.
Right. And in the long run, the money that you spend is so much less than what you'd spend grocery wise.
It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. So whether you can choose you can choose how many meals you want per week. Maybe you just want to do something once a week, like something fancy on a Sunday or whatever.
Right.
Or maybe you want to feed your family every night, or maybe you really want to go full bore and even get the lunches and breakfast too. You have all the options, all the customization possibilities.
And then you can choose how many people are eating. It's really interesting. And they send exactly what you need. It's it's awesome. It's a great company.
So stoked about it. So again, if you want to get in on this great deal, you get 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and free shipping on your first box. Just go to homechef.com/chicks18. The 18 is very, very important. Okay. Chicks18 is the website. homechef.com/chicks18. So excited to bring you guys a new discount. So excited.
Love it.
All right. So back to this debate stuff, because things get very interesting when we talk about all the things that Kamala wants to change and then the reasons why they're so transparent. As Ben Shapiro, as you said, Ben Shapiro said the only reason she wants a hot mic is so she can pull the same dumb crap she pulled with Pence, that I'm speaking moment when he interjects something. It is pathetic and obvious. Charles C.W. Cook, same thing. The funniest thing about this is that she's trying to change the rules so that Trump is able to interrupt her.
Exactly.
So that she can complain indignantly that he is interrupting her, which he absolutely will.
Of course he will. They're going to interrupt each other. And he won't be able to do it because he's the man, she's the woman, and people are going to automatically be like, oh, she's a victim. He's a misogynist. Look at him. He's mansplaining her. This is exactly what's going to happen. It's ridiculous.
Yep. And then I love this account, Banshee Red State. He said, Harris, debate me. Trump. Okay. Harris, debate me while only using sign language and balancing a plate on your head. Trump, how about we just stick to the original terms? What, are you scared?
Yeah.
That's exactly what her team is doing.
Precisely what's happening.
Oh my God. And here's a perfect example. So, and I didn't like that he said this in an interview either, but he said in an interview, well, I don't even need to debate because I'm leading in the polls. I freaking hate when he says that, because he should debate, she should debate, everybody should get a debate. But they used that clip and they made a meme of it, and it was effective. This is CNN talking about it. Scott Jennings at the end is perfect. And
calling into question whether he's going to be there. And the Harris campaign, they're already trolling him. Just listen to this ad that they put out as a result of all of that.
Why not debate her?
No way. But because they already know everything. They say, oh, Trump's, not doing the debate. That's the same thing they say now. I mean, right now I say, why should I do a debate? I'm leading in the polls. And everybody knows her. Everybody knows me.
He doesn't want to debate her, Scott.
Well, first of all, he's the only bona fide chicken farmer at this table.
That's why I came to you
first. I am offended by this. He does want to debate her. He's going to debate her. In fact, he wanted to do like 3 debates, and she agreed to this one. And he agreed to the rules against Biden, and now she wants to change the rules, even though these were the rules they used against Biden.
Should he be happy that the rules would be that he can say whatever he wants? Like, I mean, if he really wants to debate her, that would be what he would want.
I don't know. They're going to debate. He needs to debate because he's going to have to hold her to account for her record as vice president, her positions when she ran for president, her record in the Senate, because no one else is going to help him. And the idea that they're calling him chicken when she won't answer a single question, a hard question from a journalist right now, is a little rich to me. So, but I think they'll do it, and I think they both have reason to need to show up. They both have something to prove.
Also, I'd just like to point out, in a world where we didn't have this propaganda, like, Chinese Communist Party media that we have, I think people would recognize the fact that she's needing a crib sheet for a debate, and she wants to sit down because she's weak and pathetic and scared and panicking. And Biden is MIA. Like, our president is nowhere to be found. Like, who's running the damn country? Is anybody freaking out about that? Because
the reporter was yesterday and asked Kirby directly, where is he? Like, should we be concerned about who's running the country? And he was like, don't be ridiculous. He never takes a break. He's always available.
Oh my God, he's on the beach taking all the breaks all the time. Like, on a day where he shouldn't have been taking a break. Yesterday was a very big day and he was taking a break. He was on the beach. So, I mean, if we were living in a normal world, which we don't anymore, these are questions that people would be asking, and they wouldn't be like, oh, Trump's a chicken. Bah, bah, bah. I mean, are you serious? Like, okay, look at this administration. They are an utter disgrace and failure. And she is part and parcel to that.
I wish that they weren't as good as they are about quickly coming out with those kinds of, meme videos or whatever, but they are good at it. And Anderson Cooper was talking with Alyssa Farah about that. And it's nauseating because there's part of me that agrees that they are good at it, right? But then there's also the gaslighting part, which is so infuriating because he's not a chicken. She's the chicken. You know what I mean? Like, she's clearly the chicken. Mm-hmm. But their team has got this kind of ironed out.
The Harris campaign put out this video today in response to the former president apparently, waffling on the debate. I just want to play this. Yeah, so they put a chicken sound over this. I bring this up just because it's notable how quicker the Harris campaign is to put out videos like this. And not that I don't think the Biden campaign probably would have thought to put out a video like this, but how quickly they put out something like this. I don't know if it's effective or not, but videos, memes, this is a campaign that seems far more nimble, even though a lot of the same people are involved with it.
Yeah, and Donald Trump's never run against a campaign like this. In fact, his team was always the one that was a lot quicker on social media. They would kind of play into the meme wars and have fast responses. And he's kind of met his match in this. Now, to be fair to Trump in these debates, listen, in 2016, he went against a very formidable foe with Hillary Clinton, and he performed well in those debates and obviously won. But this is different. Keep in mind, this election, he's running against an effective communicator as a former president post-January 6th, who's now a felon. There are things he's going to have to answer for in this debate that are so fundamentally different than 2016, where he had no record and he could kind of just give a vision and an idea of what he wanted. And I think he's afraid of that. You know, we never really saw that moment in the Biden-Trump debate where he was called out on, you know, his history of sexual abuse or the fact that he had these felony convictions. And I think that's something that he's really dreading having to face.
Okay. Terrible take. Terrible take. She thinks that somehow Kamala is a better communicator and debater than Hillary Clinton. Are you effing kidding me? Seriously? I mean,
That
completely.
hence the gaslighting. I mean, it's just amazing.
Completely disagree. Yeah. I mean, he went up against Hillary and he did great. I have no doubt that if you put him in a room with Kamala, he'll do great against Kamala. He will, because she's an idiot. She can't do this. She's panicking. Right now, she's losing her shit, you guys. She's in a room somewhere and she's like, I don't want to do it. And she's rocking back and forth in the fetal position in a corner on the floor with her thumb in her mouth. She does not want to do this debate. This is why she didn't agree to 3. She only agreed to 1, and she doesn't want. And this is why she hasn't done an interview. She can't even do a dinner party. There was remember the Axios article? Wasn't it Axios that wrote the article about her?
I think so.
That they had to do like a run through dinner party with her. She has such anxiety being in those situations. You think that she wants to do this debate? She doesn't. She can't. She's incapable.
I just want it to happen, you know? And so Trump went on a rant about all of this yesterday, saying, I watched ABC fake news this morning, both lightweight reporter Jonathan Karl's ridiculous and biased interview of Tom Cotton, who was fantastic, and that we played that yesterday, and their so-called panel of Trump haters. And I ask, why would I do the debate against Kamala Harris on that network? Will panelist Donna Brazile give the questions to the Marxist candidate like she did for crooked Hillary Clinton?
Right.
Will Kamala's best friend who heads up ABC do likewise? Where's little George Slopadopoulos hanging out now? Will he be involved? They've got a lot of questions to answer. Why did Harris turn down Fox, NBC, CBS, and even CNN? Stay tuned. And I don't want him, I want him to do it. So I don't like it when he says, why would I do it? But then I waver because I'm like, why should he? Because they keep changing the rules on him, and that's bullshit.
I know,
but
they
at the same time, I really want to debate.
I hear you, but they do keep changing the rules on him.
I know, and it's not.
And they're going to do
They're
going to do everything in their power to make him look bad. Everything. And
I think, contrary to what Alyssa says, I think he would welcome all the questions about his sexual abuse history and his convictions, because that gives him a chance to say, yeah, you keep weaponizing the freaking, Justice Department against me like you say I'm going to do when you are totally projecting. I would love for him to have the opportunity to say that to her face.
Listen, if he agrees to her sitting and using a crib sheet, to get through the debate, I think that's a mistake. I don't think he should agree to it. I think he should say, we do the debate based on the rules that were agreed upon, period. If she doesn't want to do that, then F all y'all. That's what I would say. I'd be like, we agreed on terms. Why can't she do it based on those terms? Is she chicken? What is she so scared of based on those terms? Why does she need a crib sheet? Yeah. I don't know why his comms team isn't doing that.
Well, exactly. And that's to Anderson's point, right? Mm-hmm. That hers jumps on an opportunity to meme him out of the universe. And it's infuriating.
Donald, call us.
Ted Cruz says this debate is going to happen.
So they are going to be written by George Stephanopoulos. But look, Sean, I think Trump needs to do the debate. And frankly, I think he should agree to whatever stupid rules they want. It's going to be hostile and rigged regardless. And I think Kamala Harris would love to cancel the debate and blame it on Trump. Look, she's in a basement. They don't want her challenged ever. If they have an excuse to get out of a debate, they can literally do nothing for the next 71 days except count on the corporate media.
So what if Trump said,
I think the...
Yeah, I mean, he's got a point, but at the same time, it's like, at the same time, why do they get to do this? Why do we continue to allow these people to call all the shots for everything? This is why I'm just like, he needs his team, man. Don't allow this to happen. Say we agreed on it. This is what we're doing. bugger off. Like, where are the people around him that are supposed to be protecting him from this stuff? Like, yeah.
Guy Benson also echoing similar sentiments, what we've talked about earlier.
Harris campaign is trying to change the rules of this debate that they've agreed to because they want Donald Trump to interrupt their candidate so she can have a viral I'm speaking moment. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
God. And you guys have, I rewatched that yesterday, and I swear it's like your fists are, not that we condone violence on the show, but like your fists form and you're just like, what? Wow. She was the most annoying. Listen, I know that a lot of people don't like Pence, but Pence what integrity he showed by not telling that woman to just STFU.
She emasculated him, essentially.
She completely did. Yeah. She was just like, you need, like, I'm speaking. Shut up. It's like a nagging wife is what she was. It was the most annoying. That was the most annoying debate ever in the history of debates.
Horrendous. Jamie Harrison, who is the DNC chairman, he's about to try to gaslight you. I mean, this is what he said on MSNBC yesterday. It is the height of gaslighting. And I don't know if this is what he looks like all the time. I don't know if he has some sort of medical condition, but he has a moon face. And I'm just going to say it. He has a moon face.
Maybe
it is very moony.
He may have Cushing's. He should probably get his
Don't you get like big eyeballs with that?
No, you just get a moon face.
Really?
You actually get what they call a moon face. So it's interesting that you called it that. Yeah, that's Cushing's.
Well, if it's a medical thing, I take it back. I'm not trying, but like if it's just his face, I get to mock the fact that he has a moon face.
Okay.
Because he's a gaslighter. And this is infuriating.
There's a full frontal attack coming from the other side. And so those things need to be discussed. Those things need to be debated. And Donald Trump needs to talk about his actual agenda. It's scared to see that this former president is so scared to get on the debate stage. But I guess if I had his positions, I'd be scared to let the American people know what they worry as well.
Really?
He has positions. That's the main difference.
I can't with these people.
He actually said he needs to be able to discuss his agenda. Are you kidding me?
I just wish that these people would get a shock every time that they lied. You know, like I'm not asking for permanent physical pain. I wish it hurt a little. Like I wish that stupidity hurt a little and like the lying hurt a little. Like, when a dog, they go through the little, the invisible fence and they, I just wish that when liberals lied, they would just get a little zap,
a jolt.
Yeah, just a jolt. That's all I'm asking for is a jolt. Is that too much to ask?
The Democrats continued insanely to believe that somehow Trump is fearful of a debate. Listen to this nonsense from Jasmine Crockett.
Real quick, Congresswoman, before I let you go, do you think Donald Trump shows up on September 10th?
No, but if he does show up, he is about to get his butt handed to him. So I'm here for it either way. He can go and cower in a corner, or he can show up and be lit on fire. Either way, I'm good.
Kind of like how Biden kicked his ass, right, Jasmine? That was something to see. Everybody was just gearing up for that. Okay.
Oh my God.
Is that why Kamala wants a crib sheet, Jasmine?
Yeah.
She needs herself a cheat sheet because
a chair. She needs a cushiony chair.
She needs a chair. She needs a little queen chair because she can't handle standing for that long and then talking about the things that she should know about by heart in her brain. Because she has a tiny little pea-sized brain. She can't hold all that information in there. She needs a crib sheet. Right, Jasmine? Oh.
Now, this next ad, Trump did release a fantastic ad that should be, I hope that they have money to blast it absolutely everywhere because this is freaking
J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
It's the greatest. So great.
I do love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Guess what, Kamala? You're the incumbent.
Yeah.
Newsflash. It's you. You're the problem. It's you.
I agreed with Chunk Yogurt.
You did?
On a tweet.
Are you okay? Oh my God.
Well,
you did it like you did it out loud in a tweet?
No. I just grabbed the tweet because I was like, wait, why do I agree with this? But look, this is what he tweeted. He said, I understood why Kamala Harris wasn't doing interviews before. She was getting her policy proposals hammered out behind the scenes before the convention. But now there are no more excuses. She needs to do interviews, a lot of them. We're picking a president here. It's important.
It's important to some people. Like
it should be important to anybody that's making a choice at the ballot box.
It's important to all of us on the right-hand side, but on the left, to them, what's important is lady parts and melanin. That's what's important to those people. That's all they care about. And feels, right? And a DJ at the convention. They want the vibe, man. It's vibe. That convention was all about forgetting about all the problems in the world. Right. Forgetting about everything that's actually the dumpster fire that you actually see on the outside of the convention. It was forgetting about it. So, I mean, it's important to like maybe 3 people on your side of the aisle, Chunk, but on, to all of us, we get it. So it's weird that he's saying this out loud.
I know. I was stunned to see it. Not as stunned to see similar sentiments from Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank fame, who has absolutely had it with her lack of interviews. He has had it.
Thing. There is no scenario where the president of the United States can't head up a press conference. Under any scenario, every president has been able to address the press, and in the good times and the bad times. She has to start talking to the press. Period. There's no optionality. There's no scenario where anybody would be comfortable, particularly in the swing states where swing voters are thinking to myself, what do we got here? Why won't she talk to the press? I'm asking it from a policy guy. I need explanations for these policies because I have to invest on these policies. I have questions and I don't get any answers. I'm not being unreasonable. Come out wherever you are and talk to the press.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's absolutely right. I think it comes as no surprise when I tell you that he was my absolute favorite on Shark Tank.
Right. Yeah. I liked him the best too.
He's always been my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's mean. I know he's mean, but I don't care. I don't care.
But he's like mean in that way that is good for people. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah.
It's like good for you mean.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take just a moment to recognize all of these amazing messages. So over on Locals, Working Stiff says, happy birthday, Amy Jo. I love watching you chicks every morning. Best way to start the day.
Thank you.
Judy Flood says happy birthday. Jersey CRH says happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Over on Venmo from Renee, she says happy birthday, Amy Jo. I don't have time to send a card or a gift, so take my money.
Thank you.
Carrie Heath says happy birthday, Daisy. Your gift is going to be there late, so accept my virtual wishes of joy today.
That's sweet. Thank you.
Rose Hodges says happy birthday, Daisy. Have a drink on me. Take my money. Marilyn Air says, happiest birthday, Daisy. You're correct. The Dems need to get a shock every time they lie. Do you remember the Simpsons episode when they went to therapy? Look it up. It would be amazing if we could make it happen. And Shelly Bolton says, guess what, girls? You'll be so shocked. I got shit to say. Only right now, all I have is happy birthday, Daisy. Birthday blessings, my Texas sister. Might end up with more to say. And if I do, I will. Love you, chicks.
Thank you, guys.
And then over here on YouTube, oh my gosh.
There's more?
Oh yeah. Goodness. GCQC says, happy birthday, Daisy. Enjoy a couple of cocktails on me. Marcy Perales says, happy birthday. Eugene Heiger says, happy birthday, Daisy, our smiling host. God bless and keep you on this very special day. You're the hostess of the mistest. I'm going to say, I think he said mostest. Love you. Harley Cat says, happy birthday, Daisy. God bless and hope you have the best birthday ever. Shelly Dodson, Pastor Shelly.
Pastor Shelly.
Happy birthday. Blessings to you, Amy Jo. Love you. Melanie Week says, happy birthday to Amy Jo and to my granddaughter, Evelyn, who turns 4 today.
Happy birthday to her.
Aaron Powers says happiest of birthdays. Donna Boyd sent a super sticker. Melinda Anderson said happy birthday, Amy Jo. Michelle Boyd said happy birthday, Daisy. Have a fantastic day. Leah says happy birthday, Daisy. I hope you don't mind, but I'm wishing that Israel doesn't have a fireworks display in your honor.
Oh my goodness. Me too.
Spook Salem says, happy birthday, Daisy. I'll be embarking on 53 on Sunday, so I'll celebrate with you until then, and next week is mine. Much love. Leslie L says, happy birthday, Amy Jo. Just got back from Vegas and figured I would share the wealth. Love you guys. Take my money.
You guys.
Lewis says, happy birthday. Renee Stillebauer says, happy birthday. Adam Knoll says, happy birthday, Daisy. Please pray for my mom this morning. She's having a third stent put in one of her veins in her brain to help with blood flow to hopefully relieve symptoms of IIH and spinal fluid pressure. So be thinking about Adam's mama. Bomama 8 says, happy birthday, wishing you a day full of all that brings you joy. Victoria Cummings says, happiest birthday, Daisy. You are the funniest and so talented. Take my money.
That's so sweet.
Sherry Fox says, happiest of birthday, sweet Daisy. Gift is in the mail. One for Mach 2 as I forgot her birthday. Take my money. Shelly Effington says, bacon candy. Lay bacon out on a wire rack, placed on a baking sheet, sprinkle with brown sugar, bake in a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. Happy birthday and enjoy.
Yum.
That sounds amazing. Jamie Hill says, happiest of birthdays to you, Amy Jo. Have a coffee or two on me. I love starting my days with you and Mock. You both are true gifts. Thank you for being there for us. Pamela Wardell says, happy anniversary to my husband, Mike, on our 30th anniversary today. Found you chicks right before the 2020 election, and I watch you every day. Happy birthday to Daisy.
Thank you.
Eric F says, good morning, chicks. My beautiful wife, Katie, and I welcome you all into our home daily, and I'm hoping you'll help us celebrate our 13th wedding anniversary today. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
BTK says, happy birthday, Daisy. Why hasn't the Dem illegal and unconstitutional president selection been challenged up to the SCOTUS Politburo, not voters select?
It's a great question.
Ms. Cadillac says, happy birthday, Daisy. Take my money, and thanks to Bidenomics, use it to buy a small coffee. Andrew Huff says, Kamala wants another excuse me, I'm speaking moment so that they can label Trump a misogynist. Retha Charlene Chappell, thank you very much for the super sticker. The photo and the story says, white pill of the day. If Kamala is ducking a debate, the internal numbers are not great. Trump should grant her request to sit while he stands.
Oh my,
would be something.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
And he could just be like, I'm not too afraid to stand for an hour and a half.
Oh my
God.
Oh my gosh. I love that idea.
So in time says, happy birthday, Daisy. Just moved from California to the free state of Texas. Close on my home in Hazlet this morning. Do you know where Hazlet is?
Maybe Hazlet?
Hazlet?
Hazlet? I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Texas is a really big place. I don't know if you know that.
Big place.
It's a big country. Texas is.
Pamela J. Bennett Walton says, today it is not Republican versus Democrat or right versus left. It is normal versus crazy. Love you all.
Amen.
Laura Kate Baker says, Mock Harris's campaign are superficial and fake. These memes don't make a difference. All right. Well, her crowds say otherwise. And I mean, just don't put your head in the sand about the effectiveness of her campaigns with the stupidity of Americans, because there's a lot of stupid people out there.
It's true.
Douche Elliott says, color revolution in 2020 with COVID and courts. Full-blown communist candidate inserted today. Dems have who they wanted. Thompson Canine Services says, happy birthday, Amy Jo, just adding to the cocktail fund. Charity Inglis says, happy birthday. Hot Luke says, happy birthday, Ms. Amy Jo. It's been a while, but I had to donate to the cause. Paula Johnson says, Daisy, happy birthday. Have a fabulous day. Randy Craig says, Amy Jo, you are the very best. Happy birthday. You are so funny and smart. Love you too, Mock. And Eniko McDonald says, happy birthday, Daisy. God bless you both. Wow, that was a lot.
My cup runneth over. Thank you guys so much.
Holy
I love
cow.
you guys. Just
So
the sweetest.
sweet.
You guys have made my day.
Oh my
And it's
God.
only 7:54 here. And my
I know
day
you have
is
so
made.
much more birthday left to go.
I know, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's get to Tucker, who had RFK Jr. on for a lengthy sit down, which I plan to watch in its entirety because the very few clips that I saw were absolutely amazing. One in particular that we can't share here because it's just too long was about RFK's views on the environment and the spirituality of the environment for him. It really spoke to Tucker. They both got a little bit weepy over that part of the conversation. In fact, you've got to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing clip. I wish I could play it, but there was no way to cut it, and we can't play like a 5.5 minute clip on our show.
Yeah,
but do have some highlights, like this one, for example, when they talked about declassifying documents related to JFK's assassination.
Your joint appearance on Friday, President Trump introduced you by saying that he plans to, if elected, establish a commission to declassify the remaining documents around your uncle's murder in 1963.
Yeah.
And I think everyone at this point knows the truth, which is the CIA is implicated in that. Those documents protect CIA, maybe among others.
Well, whether they do or not, I mean, it's odd that they've not allowed them to be released.
What could possibly be the explanation?
More than 60 years after my uncle's death, almost 65 years, 62 years after his death. And there's none of the people who were implicated in that crime are alive now.
Yes.
And the last ones have died off in the last year or two. And so it clearly is to protect the institution.
Yes.
And that's wrong. It's just wrong. And it's wrong for a Democrat and it's wrong for Republicans.
It's just interesting, though, that a bipartisan list of presidents, these 6 decades, have kept those files classified.
Well, you and I have both. I was astonished that Trump didn't declassify them because he promised to during the campaign.
That was Mike Pompeo who did that.
Yeah, and that I talked to President Trump for the first time about that this week. And
what did he say?
He said that Mike Pompeo begged him to. And I don't think I'm telling tales out of school here.
No,
I think he told the same thing to you.
That's true.
But he said Mike Pompeo called him and said this would be a catastrophe to release these. You need to not do it. And then,
I want to say again, I think Mike Pompeo is a criminal. So that's my view. He's threatened to sue me for saying that, but I hope he will because that's true. But that kind of tells the whole story right there, right? That the CIA is.
Well, yeah. So that's
why would the CIA be trying to keep these files classified if they had nothing to do with the murder? I don't really get that.
Yeah.
I mean. That's explosive right there, right?
Right?
Because he, Mike Pompeo, if he's like, if you release these, it's going to be, catastrophic. Why? Because what it does, it just shows us how corrupt the deep state is, how corrupt the government is. We already freaking know that.
It. Yeah, it confirms it.
So many of us already know it. We know it. Tell us something we don't know. Okay, just show us the freaking documents. We pay for these people. We paid for Mike to have a job. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the thing. A lot of these people, they get so in the swamp that they're like, you can't let people know what's actually happening. We know. just tell. And this is the thing, like when people will look at you and say, you're a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm just ahead of the game. I'm just telling you things that you're going to find out later on. But you go ahead and call me that. You call me a tinfoil hat wearer or whatever, because I'll proudly wear it. Because in about 10 years, you'll catch up. This is just at this point, I'm fine with people calling me that because listen, people used to say the CIA killed these people. CIA did it, and they were called conspiracy theorists, right? They were called tinfoil hat wearers. Well, looks like they were right.
I mean, if there's nothing to hide, then just
release it.
See.
And he's so right. Everybody's dead now. What does it matter? Well,
right.
They're protecting the institution. Well, that is terrifying.
Yeah, it really, really is. He also, RFK also talked about just the switch out of Biden with Kamala and what he thinks about Kamala's competence.
In one party, selected a man with dementia to lead the free world and then turned around and picked a woman who cannot give an interview. She cannot defend her vision or America's record in the world. And then she gave this, Vice President Harris gave this speech at the convention that was written by neocons. And they had CIA directors talking at the Democratic convention, military people talking at the Democratic convention. If you really look at what's happening in the Democratic Party today, it's a party that the word demos in Greek means people. But it's a party that's lost faith in the people. It's a party that needs ironclad control. So they didn't trust anybody to have a real election. They got rid of the primaries because they didn't trust the people. They then handpicked Vice President Harris with no election, no even pretense of election, because they didn't trust the people. And, you have, and they're the party now of censorship.
Yep.
She has no vision. Like he talks about her and she doesn't have a vision. He talks about vision there. She's an empty vessel. She's just a person in a suit that they put in that position. And so when I see, friends of mine who are like, oh, finally my daughter has somebody who's going to be in office that looks like her, Chasten, Pete Buttigieg's husband says that. Finally, our daughter has somebody in office or will possibly have she'll have somebody in office that looks like her. I'm like, why would you be proud of that? Because she's just an empty suit. Mm-hmm. It's an embarrassment to women that they just took this woman who is malleable and moldable and she has no backbone. She doesn't have a vision. She doesn't have any thoughts of her own. That doesn't represent me because I say what I think and I do what I want. And that's what I want my daughter to do. I don't want my daughter to be like Kamala. She's a puppet.
No, my God.
She's a puppet. And that's gross. Women should not be like that. Ever.
Yeah. Tucker asked RFK what he was going to do what's next for him now that the announcement is over, the rally's over, what's next? And RFK is excited to get to work.
My last question, what happens now? You had this kind of amazing announcement with Donald Trump on Friday. It's now Monday, I think, which is 3 days ago. How do you spend from here until Election Day?
I'm going to work to get him elected. And I'm working with the campaign. We're working on policy issues together. I've been asked to go onto the transition team and, to help pick the people who will be running the government. And I'm looking forward to that.
It's a great interview, you guys. You really need to see the whole thing.
I know. I can't wait to watch the whole thing. Yeah.
It's going to be something.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tulsi, who's obviously been very pro-Trump for, I feel like a while now, but it's been sort of made official. I mean, we heard the rumblings about how she's helping him debate prep. And then she made a bit of a speech yesterday and said this.
One of the main reasons why I'm committed to doing all that I can to send President Trump back to the White House where he can once again serve us as our commander-in-chief. Because I am confident that his first task will be to do the work to walk us back from the brink of war. We cannot be prosperous unless we are at peace.
Yepers.
Did you see Robert? I think it was Robert Kennedy. I think it was Bobby Kennedy that Instagrammed it yesterday. He had a picture of Tulsi, that picture.
Oh, yeah.
And he captioned it, Wonder Woman has joined the Justice League. And perfect. I was like, that is the best caption ever.
That is awesome.
The greatest thing ever. I just loved it so much because she's just so badass.
And she kind of looks like Wonder Woman there.
She totally looks like Wonder Woman.
Oh my gosh, that's
right?
perfect. Yes,
yeah, and I was like, it is so we have the good guys on our side. All the good guys that are badasses and they stand for the right things. And then they've got a woman who needs a crib sheet and has to sit down at a debate. I need to sit down. And
they've got chest feeders. Don't forget the chest feeders.
The chest feeding weirdos and the blue hairs and
the furries.
I'm going to need some cliff notes on presidenting. That's who they have, you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely good versus evil. Yes, Crystal. Yes.
There was also, this was going around socials yesterday, this woman who is part of the Walkaway campaign that was started by our friend Brandon Strzok forever ago. I mean, years ago at this point. And she is another person who has walked away from the Democrat Party and is encouraging fellow Democrats to do the same thing. The way that she talked about it was really, really compelling.
Dear RFK Jr. supporters, my name is Kate Corrigan, and I'm a former Democrat. I'm just one of millions of Americans who've walked away from the Democratic Party. In the past few years, we've seen a massive exodus of people leaving the left. Most notably, Tulsi Gabbard, Joe Manchin, and of course, Robert Kennedy Jr., a member of America's most famous Democrat political family. Robert Kennedy Jr. is a lifelong Democrat who originally tried to run for president as a Democrat and whose running mate was also a Democrat, has now suspended his campaign, removing his name from the ballot in swing states. He has now endorsed the Republican nominee, Donald J. Trump. I used to believe that Democrats were the party that fought against corporate power, against the establishment, against big government and big pharma. Today, this couldn't be further from the truth. I believed that the Democrat Party promoted free speech, fair and equal elections, and respected the Constitution, supported peace, tolerance, and unity. In college, I saw how the party and its supporters promoted hatred and violence to those who disagreed with them. I saw how the media manipulates its listeners so that their emotions of anger and fear completely override all logic and common sense. And then one day, I woke up and I walked away from the Democratic Party. Like Ronald Reagan said, I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. It became the party of war, censorship, mandates, lockdowns, control, fear, and violence that relied on smear campaigns and the media to gaslight whoever would listen. Democrats have been ruthless and completely undemocratic to Robert Kennedy Jr. by doing everything in their power to denying ballot access while claiming to support voting rights, refusing open debates and a fair primary, all while being supported by a biased media. They have weaponized the justice system and used legal warfare against Robert Kennedy Jr. and Donald J. Trump, disenfranchising voters. The concept of peace, prosperity, and freedom in the Democratic Party is simply unattainable, logistically impossible. The left attacks the very same democracy they claim to protect. To all Kennedy Democrats, we invite you to walk away from the Democratic Party. At Walkaway, we don't endorse candidates or parties. We, however, will always encourage our followers, supporters, and fellow patriots to question each narrative posed by our government, the media, elected officials, and politicians. Our mission is to help Americans walk away from the intolerance, hatred, and vitriol that has poisoned our nation and walk towards light, unity, and truth, as it is the truth that will set us free.
I like that.
I love it. It's fantastic. I hope more and more people walk away from the crazy that is the left.
My gosh, it is the craziest. Absolutely the craziest. And speaking crazy, you're about to see a collection of cringe. Okay, so buckle up, everybody, because it starts with those ridiculous women Democrat governors with their new BFF Elaine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. And this is very quick. And I don't know where this comes from, if this is like a Barbie quote. I'm not sure, but it is so cringe.
What we really need is a feminine nominee. A what? A feminine nominee.
Why are they doing this? Why do they keep doing this to us?
You know, that day when she did the interview with all those women and we sat through that just horror, awful show that we had to sit through that day. God, that's why we ate like a whole bag of Sour Patch watermelon, whatever that was. Seriously, I have a hangover from that. I was still, but they were like, let's get as many social clips out of this as we can. Yeah. And that's what they did. They just milked that day, and all of it's cringe. Every single bit of it. God.
So cringe.
Just
I mean,
go
you just
away.
But not as much as this next one. If you thought that was bad, hang on, because Cory Booker. I thought you were going to say
Cory Booker. I'm Cory Booker. I'm Cory Booker. Everybody, I'm Cory
with
Booker.
His Kermit voice.
He does. He has that voice.
He's put on a little LBs.
He
you
broke up with that girl from Men in Black. Remember?
Was it Rosario Dawson?
Rosario Dawson. They were dating for a while, and he's like, I'm going to just get fat.
I mean, he has gained a few. And of course, he is from New Jersey, but was trying to promote Pennsylvania. And this is what they thought would be a good way to do that.
Here we go.
Oh, God, Senator, are you okay? I'm all right. Just a Jersey boy falling for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, get out and vote for Harris Walker.
No, Corey. It wasn't even a good fall. It was like
so dumb. I'm falling for Pennsylvania. Dude, please. You can do better than this. This is an embarrassment.
Oh my gosh. These people are idiots. I can't.
This is painful.
He was falling. Scott was like, what the F was that? That was Cory Booker falling down. That was Cory, you guys. He fell for Pennsylvania.
So bad. So
with
bad.
his voice. Remember, somebody said Spartacus. Remember Spartacus? I am Spartacus.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There was also this cringe moment where some young idiot, a gaggle of girls gathered around Kamala recently and were fawning over her. And this gal, like just with starry eyes, looks at Kamala and tells her, and I'm not making this up, "You are such a good speaker. Teach me your ways." And so Kamala does. And you tell me if you learn anything about how to do public speaking from this insanity.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Okay,
this poor girl.
So when you're standing up to speak, remember that it's not about you. Okay?
Oh.
Okay, think of it like, have you learned about the Titanic?
Yeah, but I've never actually watched it.
Oh my God, these girls.
So if you were on the Titanic, right, and you're on the Titanic, and you know the ship is about to sink, and you're the only one who knows, are you going to worry about how you look and how you sound? No, because the thing that's most important is that everyone knows what you know, because they need to know what you know. You see what I'm saying?
No.
So when you give your speech, you know something that you have to share with people that they need to know.
I'm sorry. What the hell was that? What, the Titanic? What in the world?
She's like, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That was the worst. That was the absolute worst. Those poor girls need mothers, like mothers that will tell them this is an empty vessel in a suit that has been basically appointed by Obama to go out there and walk around. And she needs a crib sheet, girls. Don't be her. Just don't.
Their mothers are the ones that said, you should go to that.
I know.
Whatever that was.
They've brainwashed these. That's why they need new mothers. It's like they brainwashed these girls into thinking that she is something that she's not. Because she is a phony, an absolute phony, and an embarrassment to women. First of all, she shouldn't be teaching anybody on how to speak publicly because she is all she does is read from a teleprompter, and then
that's what her advice should have been.
That's exactly speak from a teleprompter, and then you'll
have somebody write you a great speech, and you'll be fine.
Right, because that's all she does. When has she gone out and spoken publicly? In the past, I don't know, month, 2 months, she's been unheard of. It's just not happening. Those poor girls, those poor girls are so misguided, you know?
And now, if somebody asks them, like, so what did she tell you? They'll be like, oh, Titanic, and knowing things.
Right. You just need to know things and then tell people what you know. And that's the trick to public speaking. Welcome to my TED Talk. That is the dumbest.
Good job.
Oh my God.
Also cringe is this moment, this exchange that happens between a feminist for Gaza protester and a normal person.
Do women have rights in Gaza?
They should have rights in Gaza. And
do they?
I am saying that they should have rights in Gaza. Okay, so you sound like you are in favor of, you feel like women have more rights under the Israeli.
Absolutely, yeah, they do absolutely have more rights.
Okay, I think we've got a political disagreement here.
Do you agree that Israeli women have more rights than Gazan women?
I don't know that they necessarily do.
Oh my God.
Again, like women can leave their houses in Israel without permission of a man.
I'm going to end this conversation now.
Wow. I'm going to end it because I know that you're right and I'm wrong.
Right.
Oh my God. The
I don't know that
ignorant.
they do have fewer rights over there
No,
in Gaza.
you know. Oh, you know. You know. Wow.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't. I just, do you think Hamas would love the fact that she's a feminist? You think they'd love
yeah.
that? Mhm. They love feminists, you guys.
They love them.
They love
Their
it. They love
favorite.
the ones who especially want to free their tatas.
Right.
Free the nipples. They love those feminists especially.
This clip also cringe, not for Trump, but for Larry King. I had never seen this clip before, and I'm so horrified for Larry King. But like, Trump he says things.
Do you mind if I sit back a little bit? Because your breath is very bad. It really is. Has this ever been told you before? No. Huh?
I bet his breath really is bad. I mean, what do you want to bet that his breath is like dragon breath?
I mean, I don't think he'd make it up. I'm sure it was awful.
I'm sure it was really bad.
And he just said that. Has anybody ever told you that before?
Yeah. Wow. Has anybody ever told you that you have chronic halitosis and you need to get that checked? Because something's wrong. Like you in danger. You in danger, Larry.
I can't believe that he was like, you know what? I'm going to sit back a little bit, and here's why.
Yeah. Oh my God. You're going to have to get a wider camera angle for me because you have horrible breath.
That was amazing. Okay, I know it's your birthday, and I shouldn't be doing this to you, but I am going to make you read
You're going to play
something.
I thought you were going to play Robbie Williams because it would have been bad. What are we doing? I'm reading
going to make you, I'm going to make you read
Okay.
something that I believe is like a synopsis of an actual book. Okay. And I already know that when you start to read it by about the fifth word, you're going to be like, I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
That is why this is going to be so much fun for all of us to listen to. Okay.
Here we go.
Are you ready? Here is the thing.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go. In this queer polyamorous MF male-female romance novella, two metamours realize they have crushes on each other while planning their shared partner's birthday party together. Ernest, a Jewish autistic demi-romantic queer fat trans man submissive, and Nora, a Jewish disabled queer fat femcis woman switch, have to contend with an age gap, a desire not to mess up their lovely polyamorous dynamic as metamours, the fact that Ernest has never been attracted to a cis person before, and the reality that they are romantically attracted to each other, all while planning their dominance birthday party and trying to do a really good job. That was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. This is a book.
Yeah.
This is a book. This is probably one of the books that's in libraries, like kids' actual school libraries. And then conservatives will be like, why? They'll say this book needs to not be in the library. And then liberals will be like, you guys are banning books.
Right.
What?
We'll be saying, this is not age appropriate for my 8-year-old. And then they'll be like, oh my God, book
And
ban.
they'll be like, Huck Finn is racist. Take it out. Take it out. It's terrible. Yeah, we can't have any Mark Twain. We can't have any of that crap in here because it's completely racist. Take it out. But this is what kids need to be learning.
Metamours. I don't know what that is.
What the hell is a metamour?
I have no idea.
I don't know what that is. Does anybody know? Is anybody out there?
I don't want to
metamor?
know. I don't. I
actually do. I want to know. I'm dying to know. Dying to know what a metamour is. Happy birthday to me. Thanks, Mop.
All right, we have to schlong now, and we're going to schlong about Venmo moms. And if you don't know what a Venmo mom is,
It's
I
us.
can assure you that we are them.
It's us. We're the Venmo moms. It's us.
You're going to hear directly from the woman that coined the term, and she caused quite a hullabaloo. There was lots of reaction. Her video exploded on TikTok, and now she's even been like interviewed on Fox News because of how much this topic became a source of contention among moms. Here is our spirit animal.
I don't know about anyone else out there, but Meet the Teacher is super stressful because I do not want to be involved at all. I will make sure my kids obviously like do their homework, get to school on time and stuff, but I don't want to be on PTO, PTA, room mom, team mom. I don't want to do any of that. And I start getting real stressed when they start asking for volunteers.
Right.
And I'm like, oh no, I know they're judging me because I'm not raising my hand, but I don't want to do all that extra shit. I don't want to come in. I don't want to set up. If the room mom needs money for everyone to participate, fine. I'll Venmo money right over. I do not want to be, I don't want to set up for it. I don't want to do it. So today was very stressful, but I successfully avoided all of that today. All of that. I avoided all of it. I didn't get asked one time to be a room mom, a team mom. I even told one of the coaches today that I am a Venmo mom. So
yeah, I could relate to this. Like even last night, we had our daughter's club swim meeting. Okay, this is separate from school because she has two teams. She's on a club team and she's on a regular high school swim team now. And the club team, they were like, you have to volunteer I think it's like 6 hours is the minimum you have to volunteer. And if you don't volunteer those hours for the team, we will charge you an extra $50. And I'm like, I'll pay the $50.
Yeah, that's easy.
Because that's a lot of hours. You know what I mean? It's a lot of hours. And I'll do the timing and stuff like that for the team. But this is the kind of thing where it's like I get it. There's a lot, but when you work and you do things, it's hard. And I can imagine there's a lot of other parents on the team that have more kids than I do. I don't know how some of these moms do it. And some of them do it so gleefully.
Oh my God, they're the best at it.
They're so
moms
good.
that are literally built for this stuff.
They
and
are
they're amazing at it.
And they do the crafts and they do the food. When they start asking for food, I'm like, I'm out. When they start asking for homemade food, I panic. I'm like, I can't, I'm going to have to buy something at HEB and put it on a plate that makes it look like I actually made this. Because I'm out, you guys. I don't bake. I don't cook. I don't do any of that crap. I make coffee. That's what I can do. And I assure you that like 11-year-olds aren't going to need coffee. You know,
Right.
I can bring your donuts and your coffee. I'm pretty good at that. But that's it. That's like where I draw the line. So I do hate to admit it because I really thought that I was going to be that mom that was going to do these things. But then when I actually became a mom, I was like, I guess I am a Venmo mom. I am that mom. I'm a Venmo Amazon mom.
Right.
You know?
Right. And I so appreciate the
Oh, I
moms
do.
that do all the things.
Yes.
Because without them, like if everyone was a Venmo mom, obviously we'd be screwed. Like our
Oh,
kids would be
totally.
screwed, right? But there are women who are so much better cut out for
Oh my
doing
God.
the things than I am or that you are. And we know we know our weaknesses and we hone
Totally.
them and we want to help in a non
Totally.
way.
They're so good at it, and they
So
look so put together when they do it, and they can do all the things. And I wish they could do some of the things for me, you know,
right,
on a daily
Well,
basis.
and on her video, there was a lot of kind comments from moms who said, you know, you're like one of my favorite parents because you're not always like hovering over me and like critiquing how I'm doing things. Or, you know, there were lots of moms that were like, don't discount yourself. We need Venmo moms too. Like there needs to be a good balance. And I think that that's absolutely true. But then there were the moms that were like so judgy of her.
Oh,
and
yeah,
saying
I'm
like there was
sure.
one that I was just like, you got to be kidding me. This one mom was like, I lost my son like 2 years ago. And so
Oh, no.
now I do everything that my daughter is involved with. I'm literally like on her like white on rice. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that's horrible.
It's a
but, like,
terrible.
you can't guilt you that
No,
this is
no,
not
no.
the right approach.
And it doesn't.
Guilting
And
somebody
listen,
is not right.
being a Venmo mom doesn't mean that we don't adore our children and we're
Exactly.
not involved in things. I go to every single thing that my daughter does. I do. I mean, I'm there. I'm so present for her 100% of the 150% of the time. I just like, you ask me to event plan or do a craft or do any of that stuff. I am not your girl. I will bring down the group project. You know what I mean? I'm not your girl. You don't want me to be a part of that. I will bring it down. I'm going to like ruin the curve. You know what I mean? you just don't want me to be a part of that. It's probably in your best interest to just leave me out, and I'll just send you I'll send you a Venmo, or as we used to say back in the before times, I'll send you a check. You know what I mean?
Well, and the other thing is too, I feel like there should be, maybe, I don't know how they do this, whether it's for sports or for schools or rooms or whatever, but like, I feel like there should be an inventory, a survey done at the beginning of a semester, let's say, that asks moms, are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you a working mom? Because I feel like if you're a working mom, you kind of should get a break from doing the things, where a stay-at-home mom, like, or a non-working mom has more time to do the things. And so that should factor in, I feel like.
And usually they want to do it more. Like they're, you know what I mean? They kind of want to do that more.
And the mom that's in this video, she like is a business owner of like 5 franchises or something. I mean, she's busy. You know what I mean?
That's a lot.
So I get it. Like, I get how hard.
Yeah, I do too. I totally get it. And you know, it's every mom is different. Like, let's maybe not judge how mom's mom, you know, because every mom has their place. And then there's single. Exactly. Somebody mentioned the single mom. That's tough, man.
That's right. That's a great point.
That is a tough gig. I mean, I don't know how my God, it's like I rely on my husband for a lot of stuff too. We help each other. We are literally 50-50 in this. I don't know how single moms do it.
Oh my God. I have all the admiration because I could not.
Right. That is a tough gig right there. So yeah. So maybe just cut everybody a break. And if they want to send a Venmo, let them send a Venmo, you know,
for real.
Right.
We're all important.
We are. We all play a role in the ecosystem of momming. You know?
That's right.
We're all playing a role.
All the roles.
Exactly.
All right. It is time for some My Pillow talks. There's no DD today because she had great ones, but we're worried about the copyright issue because now that's what we have to worry about. So I do the first one I'm going to show you. It's actually in here 3 times on a loop because I cannot stop watching it.
Okay.
I can't.
I
cannot. And you know what it reminds? You'll know immediately what it reminded me of because I know it'll remind you of the exact same thing.
Okay.
So here it is.
Boa noite, gente. Já faz tempo que eu não apareci o multiverso. Gente, boa noite, gente. Já faz tempo que eu não apareci o multiverso. Gente, boa noite, gente. Já faz tempo que eu não apareci o multiverso.
That's what it reminds me of. Whatever happened to those videos?
I don't know. I love
they went away
so much.
Do you guys remember the videos that were like wee? Remember those? I don't. I'm probably doing it wrong, but yeah, you remember the wee videos?
I loved the wee videos.
Oh my God, the wee videos were the greatest.
And that's why this pigeon one, I was just like, I cannot stop watching this.
Oh my God, so cute. Did they get him now? I mean, is he okay? Now I'm concerned.
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. They just wanted to trap him so that they could get him out and then give him a really amazing life. That's how I'm looking at it.
The eternal optimist, everybody.
That's how I'm choosing to look at it.
There she is. Okay.
Also, because it's your birthday, I got you some good cats. I have 3 awesome cats for you. The first one, oh my God, it's cat. Remember how you were just saying the other day, like, what is it with cats and like yogurt or whatever?
Yeah,
right? Or ice cream.
Every time, and I keep getting. And you guys, now I'm getting fed stuff. I'm going to show you something after this video that I got fed today by.
It might be this. It like might actually be this
because we. What is it about what? Why do they look like? I need a cat just so I can have it look like that. I'm going to feed it yogurt immediately. What is it? I cannot.
Oh my God. So is that the same or do you have something different?
No, there's like, I sent you this morning. I think I put it in Teams and it's not on my phone. So I can't. No, I can't show it to you. I found it.
Okay, hang on. Let me embiggen you. Hang on.
Hold on. You're gonna embiggen me? You guys, I got this morning. They sent this to me on Wayfair as a suggestion for something I should buy. You know how it's a cat house. It's an outdoor cat house. On what planet are people buying these things? First of all, I don't have a cat. Wayfair's like, hey, Daisy, You should buy this Devorian large wooden outdoor cat cage playpen on Wayfair for $319. You should buy that. Who the hell has these? You put cats outside in a playpen? People do this? It's weird and it's expensive. And I was like, thank you, Wayfair, but no.
I'm good over here.
I'm good. I don't have a cat.
on the outdoor
but
cat
it
house.
makes me know that Wayfair's listening to us.
Oh yeah.
All of us
For
and our
sure.
friends here talk about cats every day. And they're like, oh, Daisy's about to get a cat from the universe. And she's going to put it in a giant playpen on her porch next to her cows.
And then you're going to create like a tube that feeds into your house so it can like go outside and inside anytime at once.
Like a hamster.
Yes.
It's going to be like a giant hamster thing, which listen, I'm not above that. We'll probably do it. Well, at some point, we're probably going to get that thing anyway at some point.
And then what you need to do is get many, many, many cats so that when they're brand new kittens and they're like, they think that you only feed them, once a year or something.
Yeah.
They act like this.
Oh my God, I love them. They're so fuzzy and hyper. Oh my God, it's hysterical.
And then you guys, please don't wash cats, okay? You're not supposed to bathe cats.
You're not? I totally would.
No. Oh my God, no. They are
Why not?
self-cleaning.
Ever? You don't ever clean a cat?
No. I mean, unless they got into something horrendous, but like they are self-cleaning and they hate baths. And this cat, the look of betrayal on this cat's face. Look at his face. He's so hurt.
He's like, my soul is dead. It's dead now. You killed me. Oh my God. Either that or he's going to kill somebody in their sleep tonight. Look at him.
Poor
my God. That's just terrible. Poor cat.
And then lastly, before we get to another round of thank yous, because people have been very, very generous today, and we need to recognize all of them.
I know this sound.
This is the best sound ever, but it's a sound that, like, if your husband makes it, makes
annoying.
you homicidal.
Right.
If your dog makes it,
it's totally
cutest
okay.
sound on the planet.
Right. Totally okay. Mm-hmm.
And this is some serious ASMR.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be the breath. Like usually my dog will go.
Oh yeah, like the big sigh. No, this was just like the
Coda does that. He'll do the licking and then he'll do the big sigh. And you're like, and he does that in the room with us at night. And we're like, okay, we got it, buddy. We got it. You're going to sleep. We get it.
No need to announce it. We've got you.
We appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So sweet. Okay, let's do some thanks and then a couple gifts, even though it's your birthday.
You got
a couple gifts, but one of them is for you.
Oh, yeah.
Got sent here. So we'll do that after the fact. But first, on Venmo, Anne Brockmeyer said, happiest of birthdays to you, my birthday twin. I'm celebrating my 53rd with you today, too.
Oh my gosh. Happy
That's so cool.
Yay.
Grub Dub over on Locals says, happy birthday, Daisy. We're working on getting you a new president for your birthday. It should arrive around November.
I love it. Fantastic. That's what I want.
Janine D says, happy birthday, Daisy. You don't look a day over 30. Both of you chicks are gorgeous. Have a great day. And thank you for making me laugh in the midst of our country's shit show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gerber says, happy birthday, Amy Jo. Happy birthday to my dear friend Kim in heaven. She would have been a huge fan of you too.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Gosh. Jolette Lind says, Trump needs to let her sit down with her notes so he can call out her weakness in front of America. Excuse me. Osuki says, a metamor. Here we go.
Oh God, here it is. Did you look it up?
A metamor is the partner of your partner in polyamorous relationships. Find out what types of metamor connections exist, how to communicate with your partners about them, and where to learn more resources. I don't want to know any more than that.
I don't. The partner of your partner.
Want to know that?
I don't. Yeah, I'm out.
And Osuki says, happy birthday, Miss Daisy. And then
Thank
over
you.
here on YouTube, Minnesota Farm Wife says, happy birthday, Daisy. Thank you for being an amazing voice for common sense, and happy 3rd wedding anniversary to my husband.
Happy anniversary.
Mr. Bigglesworth says, happy birthday, Daisy. May your day be hairball free.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Bigglesworth is a cat.
No hairballs. No hairballs up in here.
Kitty Mayer says, happy birthday, Daisy, from my cats, Martha, JW, and myself, Miss Kitty. Enjoy.
The greatest cat names. Martha.
So in Time says, Hazlet borders Fort Worth and Saginaw.
Oh, okay. I love that area. I should have
So
known
now we
that.
know.
Yeah, there you go.
Robert Fitzgibbon says happy birthday. Stuart the Brit says happy birthday, Daisy of the Colonials from Great Britain, but not the French because they nasty. Super fan Sid says happy birthday, Daisy. Hope you have an amazing day. Mock, we are moving into our new home soon. P.S. And so are the rest of the insiders. They mean my home.
Oh my gosh,
I wish it was
love
soon.
I love
I don't know
it.
when it is at this point. Bo Mama 8 says, just a humorous point. I'm binging Marvel. There's a line that made me think of Kamala. I am Loki and I am burdened with glorious purpose. Like Loki, she sees herself as the boot and we are the ants.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with that film.
Okay.
Jose Rodriguez says, happy birthday to my fellow Texan, Daisy. Here's some birthday cash to put towards that llama that Mock always wanted. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day and morning from Texas.
I'd love an alpaca.
I would like you to get a wallaby.
I know
I
you
think
want me to
I've
get a
made
wallaby.
clear.
You've made it very, very clear. Yes.
Elizabeth Boyer says, happy birthday, Queen Daisy. My love to you and your family and Mock. Remember me singing to Mock, and now I am singing to you too. So she's got all the musical
you.
notes on there.
Yes.
Deborah Larden, thank you for the super sticker. Sigma Steve 26 says, happy birthday to the Honorable Daisy. I listen to you two every morning with my 16-year-old daughter from way up north of you in Oklahoma. Have a great rest of your day.
I love Oklahoma. Thank you.
Yeah. M. Rincon says, Metamor is the person who's the partner of your partner, aka side piece. Had to look it up. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Brian Rumley says, have a coffee for your birthday on me, Amy Jo. Have a happy day. Seth McMillan says, ironic she referenced the Titanic. Yeah, it's actually
true. It's very true.
Living in New Tampa and Wesley Chapel says, happy birthday, Daisy. Have a fantastic day and year. And Lori Weens says, happy birthday from me and Donovan, the D-Man.
Thank you guys so much. Overwhelmed with gratitude. God, I just love this community. You guys, thank you.
Unbelievable.
My morning is made. You got some gifts.
Oh, yeah, just a couple. Just let's do bringing it in really, really quickly.
You guys, birthday hug from me. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. I'm just so appreciative. Thank you.
So nice.
Thank you.
This is from Jesse Call, who it's the same thing that you got yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Be kind of a bitch.
And it's such a be kind of a bitch. And it's such a great shirt.
Material.
Like, it's an awesome shirt.
Mhm,
I love that. And then got this lovely card from Tammy, who says, hi, I'm Tammy, and I'm new to your platform. I just wanted to say how much I'm loving being part of your community. Listening to you ladies is the best part of my day. I've always said about myself that I'm just a chick on the right. I finally found my flock.
I love
Keep up the good work, and God bless you. She said she said I was going to send both to both of your addresses. Next time I'll send them separately, but she sent us both these t-shirts. So I'll have to mail yours out.
Okay. Oh, look at that. That's really cool.
The heart.
Very neat. Well, thank you for that.
Sweet.
It's lovely.
And welcome.
Yes,
to your flock.
These are your peeps and your flock. Great people, the salt of the earth, the greatest people on the planet we have right here in our community. The thing we're most proud of.
For sure.
Mhm.
Without a doubt.
All right, you guys, you know what it's time for? Bacon. It's time for bacon. I'm so excited about you guys have no idea how much I love breakfast. My husband, we were actually going to drive to Fort Worth and go to some Mexican restaurant that we've had our eye on. It's like a historic Mexican restaurant there. I can't remember the name of it. It's like something Carlos but I don't want to do the drive. And so I'm like, can we just go someplace local and get lots of bacon? I just want to OD on bacon this morning. And so that's what we're going to do, because this is how I celebrate my birthday. I'm very easy. Yeah. So you guys, thank you so much again for the wonderful wishes and everything and the gifts and all the love. I really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye everybody.